right, on deck we've got Marvel Legends controller Build-A-Figure Wave Iron Man Mark 70 on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Okay, here's the new currently featured in Marvel Comics Iron Man in package. On the box, the little blurb states Tony went back to basics and built a stripped down version of the armor. So here we see he resolves to get back to basics, donning a new stripped down Iron Man armor inspired by his most classic designs. And that's all fine and good, but in the story that I read, which was in Iron Man and Captain America, a limited series that they had earlier this year, I didn't remember Iron Man seeming stripped down in any way, shape, or form. So I pulled my issues back out and did some digging. And I think that, you know, stuff like this should drive you to the source material. This figure's a, you know, pretty unique look at Iron Man. But, you know, more on that later. We're going to get him out of the package to see what we got. Here's Model 70 out of the box. Looking very true to the Alex Ross artwork. Alex Ross actually designed this armor back in 2018, but it didn't debut in comics until 2020. As I said, it's Iron Man's currently worn armor in his title and pretty much everywhere else now. I like when they make modern figures that are, you know, current to the comics. But yeah, as far as posability, he is a standard Marvel Legends release. He doesn't share any parts with any other figure, but he does have an ab crunch. Goes back to about there, forward to about there. His head does look up and does look down. Does have tilt. He also has pinless joints in his arms and legs, which seems to be all the new rage with action figure collectors. There are some who are openly critical of any figure that comes out in 2022 with pins. I don't know. Pins are being phased out. I mean, I understand kind of the business aspect of it. It also isn't an obsession of mine. You know, a toy is a toy, an action figure is an action figure. Do I like increased realism and everything like that? Of course. I'm not turning them down, but I'm also not getting rid of all of my pin figures either. So there's that. Of course, he has the normal leg movement. He has some wrist movement. Not really all that easy. There you go. It's about all right. Richards. I know he's not Dr. Doom, but you know. You do get some interference with this plastic shield that's over his arm, you know, and that's okay. But he does pose well. Now, one major thing that I have noticed with this figure that I haven't seen too many people point out is he has zero waist rotation. His waist is a solid piece, so any rotation that you do is at the chest level. He does not have any waist rotation. Still a fairly solid effort nonetheless. Okay, so Iron Man does come with extra accessories, of course. 2 fisted hands and 2 repulsor blasting hands. Of course, I have one of each on the figure. And then he comes with 2 blast effects and smoke effects. It's not really a complaint, but I probably would have liked it a little bit better if he came with 4 blast effects and no smoke effects. Because honestly, Iron Man's armor and repulsors don't really produce a whole bunch of smoke, but I mean, it looks nice. Again, it's not really a complaint. From a line drawing perspective, I mean, this figure is really dead on accurate to the source material. He looks like a 3D version of Alex Ross's original drawing. They went with kind of a toyetic color scheme. It's kind of flat. It's not really shiny and mirror-like the way Alex Ross has drawn the figure character. A lot of times in pictures you see him with reflections of whoever he's in front of. And I kind of expect Hasbro at some point will repaint this figure. I'm considering it's using like 0 old parts besides the hands. The Iron Man hands, they're all the same Iron Man hands, but the rest of it, you know, there's no shared materials. So I expect this figure to be repainted at some point, and it's probably going to be in a shinier, more mirror-like finish. During my research, you know, I was intrigued by the stripped down comment on the box, and I wanted to see where in comics or what they meant by his armor was stripped down and back to basics. And what I found was that honestly, you know, it basically didn't just nano melt onto his body. It sort of comes apart modularly, like the armor in 2012 in the Avengers movie, where, you know, all the pieces fly onto him. It's sort of like that. But the suit doesn't lack any capabilities that you ever have seen an Iron Man suit do, minus, you know, be liquid metal or literally come out of his pores or whatever extremist type thing. So yeah, stripped down, I don't know, I guess. But Iron Man certainly isn't the type of character to go say, oh, I'm gonna be weaker. You know, it's not really Tony Stark. This figure doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure part, but I do plan to get the entire wave, which I don't normally do. There's usually some character in a wave, or a couple of characters in a wave, or maybe even 4 characters in a wave that I generally don't have any interest in, or at least, you know, my wallet doesn't have an interest in. But the controller himself, good old Basil Sandhurst, is a favorite of mine from back in the day. So I am going to get the rest of the wave. I don't know if I'll review every single figure in the wave. I'm not going to promise that, but I am looking forward to the Blue Marvel and Herald Thor, and also U.S. Agent. I'd probably say Speedball and Quake / Maria Hill, or whatever's going on with that. Probably the ones I care about the least. But, you know, if you're going to get the Build-A-Figure, you got to kind of get them. So that I got some photos that's gonna, show different pictures I took with this figure. And there are, YouTube professionals out there with much better skills than me, but I kind of wanted to do it, so I did, and I hope you enjoy them. And if you like the content, please give me a like, perhaps a subscribe, and please a comment. I love comments, and I do respond to every single one. So for now, I'm going to sign off, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there.